In Slavic mythology, the Kikimora is a spirit that exists in the shadows. To those with darkness in their hearts, she can be vengeful. But to the innocent, she can be a protector. It's up to you to choose.
In the world of John Wick, there are always rules and consequences. The same holds true for Ballerina, the fifth film in this action-packed series, which is set to release in theaters on June 6th. Starring Ana de Armas, Eve Macarro is a trained assassin from the Ruska Roma, the same underground crime family that John Wick trained and served under. Now, John Wick we know.
You've heard the stories about him, of course. Killed scores of men this past week alone because of...
A dog. A car. Unfamiliar.
But who is Eve? Here's your quick guide into an unseen layer in the world of Wick, Ballerina. Presented by Ballerina. Ballerina is set between John Wick 3 Parabellum and John Wick 4 as Wick is rendered excommunicado. As so, Ballerina will feature familiar faces from previous films such as Ian McShane as Winston.
What a pleasure to see you again.
Lance Reddick as Charon.
Welcome to the Continental.
Angelica Houston as the director of the Ruska Roma.
You honor me by bringing death to my front door.
And of course, Keanu Reeves as John Wick.
John Wick. You're not very good at retiring.
I'm working on it.
And it's not just the actors who are back. The crew behind the kinetic magic of John Wick has returned to deliver that visceral experience to Ballerina. This installment of the Wick franchise is directed by Len Wiseman, with director of the previous 4 films, Chad Stahelski, serving as a producer alongside writer Shay Hayton, screenwriter of the 2 Wick films that Ballerina is set between. Stunt coordinator Stephen Dunleavy also returns to help deliver those high-caliber action sequences that the series is famous for. And the driving score behind the series will be present in Ballerina as composers Tyler Bates and Joel J. Richard bring back that musical soul to Ballerina. But who is the Ballerina, and what does she want? Raised under the Ruska Roma, Eve is brought in as an orphan by Winston after the death of her father. After meeting the director, Eve decides to stay and become part of the Ruska Roma to train and serve them as an assassin. Who else has previously trained under the Ruska Roma? The Baba Yaga himself.
How do I start doing what you do?
Looks like you already have.
Trained in marksmanship, hand-to-hand combat, and the discipline and art of ballet, Eve becomes a deadly force. However, everything changes when she comes across an unforgettable mark. Eve discovers a unique mark on the wrist of a man she kills, the same mark found on the people who killed her father. Using this newfound knowledge, she aims to hunt down the Hallstatt tribe and have them face the consequences of their actions. However, there are rules.
Rules. Without them, we live with the animals.
No one from the Ruska Roma shall interfere with the Hallstatt, and no one from Hallstatt shall interfere with the Ruska Roma. Eve, willing to bear the consequences of her actions by breaking this rule, disobeys the director and seeks aid from Winston, who offers her a name, Daniel Pine.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
Secluded from the world, the Hallstatt tribe live in the Austrian Alps and believe that everyone born there is fated to be marked as an assassin and learn their ways. Daniel Pine bears this mark, but has abandoned his tribe and their views. He is forced to seek refuge at the continental Prague, where, as we know, business is not allowed to be conducted, aka don't kill anyone there.
I suggest you lower your gun.
The two come face to face, and he provides Eve with the information and upper hand she needs in facing Hallstatt.
Come on.
She chooses to defy the pact, and consequently, the director has no choice but to call upon Mr. Wick to enforce it.
Perhaps I can send someone to solve the problem.
Now, we can't spoil everything for you, but this quick guide has given you the 101 on what you need to know about Ballerina and the place it has in the world of John Wick. Want to learn more? You can only find out by seeing Ballerina in theaters June 6th.